Hi buddies, critics, howdy. It's Professor Suresh, delighted to be back again for my 11th video to be published on YouTube. And this time I'll be covering lean manufacturing, tools for improvements as well as for success of organizations. It can either be manufacturing or service. This is one of the most favored domains of researchers, especially in India. Lean manufacturing and weight reduction of individuals are alike in the sense that in both one looks for ways and means to curtail all the mudas, waste, excess flour. There is always scope for improvements. In Japanese, it is called Kaizen, Kaizen, continuous process improvements. Sky is the limit for improvements, that is, it does not have a finite end. Lean manufacturing or lean production is a production method derived from Toyota's. Toyota Motor Corporation is world's second largest manufacturer of automotives behind Volkswagen based on 2018 unit sales. It has its headquarters in Toyota Aichi, Japan. 1930 operating model, the Toyota Way, shortly called as Toyota Production System, TPS. The term lean was coined in 1988 by John Krafcik and defined in 1996 by James Womack and Daniel Jones to consist of 5 principles. Precisely specify value by specific product, identify the value stream for each product, make value flow without interruptions, let customer pull value from the producer, and pursue perfection. Again, Wikipedia definition. The 7 lean process improvement tools most widely used are 1. Most widely used, there are so many tools. Okay. 1. Just in time. JIT, shortly Jidoka or automation, that is providing machines and operators the ability to detect when an abnormal condition has occurred and stop work immediately. 3. TACT, T-A-K-T, time. TACT is German for beat, B-E-A-T, which means it is the maximum amount of time in which a product needs to be produced in order to satisfy the customer demand. TACT is also a German term for pulse. I said beat, this is another meaning. Okay. Here, Heijunka is a Japanese term for production smoothing, is a technique for reducing the Mura, M-U-R-A. Lot of Japanese terms, okay. Unevenness, which in turn reduces Muda, waste, M-U-D-A. 5. Okayoki or zero error in production, a means of providing a visual or other signal to indicate a characteristic state. Its older name is Bakayoki, B-A-K-A, Yoki, Y-O-K-E, foolproofing. Achieving absolute zero is a practical impossibility and one should aim for 6 sigma. Sigma is the standard deviation of the variations that occur, which works out to less than or equal to 2 parts per million. 2 ppm mistakes, assuming normal distribution pattern. Sixth one, 5S. 5S is basically housekeeping. There should be a place for everything and everything should be in its place. 5S is a workplace organization method that uses a list of 5 Japanese words. Seiri, in English SART, S-O-R-T, Satan, which means set in order, Seiso, shine, Seiketsu, standardize, and Shitsuke, sustain. 7th one, Kaizen, continuous process improvement that I mentioned before. It's a concept referring to business activities that continuously improve all functions and involve all employees and employer as a team. It's a Sino-Japanese word for improvement. 14 principles of Toyota, they are the originators of lean management system, really. Okay. 1. Base your management decision on long-term philosophy even at the expense of short-term financial goals. 2. Create a continuous process flow to bring problems to the surface. 3. Use pull system. Customize production for customers' delight to avoid overproduction. 4. Level out the workload. Line balancing. Sustain the pace. 5. Build a culture of stopping to fix problems to get quality right the first time. And standardize tasks and process on the foundation for continuous improvement. And employee empowerment. 7. Use visual controls so no problems are hidden. 8. Use only reliable, thoroughly tested technology that serves your people and process. 9. Grow leaders who thoroughly understand the work, live the philosophy, and teach it to others. 10. Develop exceptional people and teams who follow your company's philosophy. 11. Respect your extended network of partners and suppliers by challenging them and helping them to improve. 12. Go and see for yourself to thoroughly understand the situation. 13. Make decisions slowly by consensus, thoroughly considering all options. Implement decisions rapidly. There is a saying, decision delayed is justice denied. Become 14.1. Become a learning organization through relentless reflection and continuous improvement. First, I talked about 7 most widely used lean management tools. There are actually 25 tools. These are called as 25 essential lean tools. 1. 5S, which I mentioned before. 2. ANDA, visual feedback system for plant floor that indicates production status, alerts when assistance is needed, and empowers the operators to stop the production process. 3. Bottleneck analysis, identify which part of the manufacturing process limits the overall throughput and improve the performance of that part of the process. 4. Continuous flow, smooth flow of working process, shortly WIP, with minimal or no buffers, safety between the steps of the manufacturing process. 5th one, GEMBA, GEMBA, a philosophy that reminds us to get out of our offices and spend time on the shop floor, the place where the real action occurs. See for yourself. Okay, don't believe in others, trust yourself. 6. Heijunka, that I already mentioned, which is level scheduling, a form of production scheduling that purposely manufactures in much smaller batches by sequencing, mixing product variants within the same process. 7. Hoshin Kanri, Hoshin, Hoshin Kanri, Kanri. Its policy deployment with align the goals of the company, strategy with the plans of the middle management, tactics and the work performed on the plant floor action. 8. Jidoka, automation, design equipment to partially automate the manufacturing process and to automatically stop when defects are detected. And done, I mentioned. Okay. 9. Just in time, JIT, pull parts through production based on consumer demand instead of pushing parts through production based on projected demand. Relies on many lean tools such as continuous flow, Heijunka, Kanban, standardized work, and tag time. 10th one, Kaizen, continuous improvement. A strategy where employees work together proactively to achieve regular incremental improvements in the manufacturing process. 11. Kanban, Kanban, full system, a method of regulating the flow of goods both within the factory and with outside suppliers and customers based on automatic replenishment through signal cards Kanban means card actually. Okay, signal cards that indicate when more goods are needed. This is an element of MRP, Manufacturing Resource Planning 2 system. MRP 2 system. 12. Key performance indicators, shortly KPI. Metrics designed to track and encourage progress towards critical goals of the organization. 13. MUDA, MUDA, waste. Anything in the manufacturing process that does not value from the customer's perspective. Manufacturing is a value addition process, as you know. 14. Overall equipment effectiveness, shortly OEE, a framework for measuring productivity loss for a given manufacturing process. 3 categories of loss are availability, performance, and quality. Using these 3 categories only, we need to work out the overall equipment effectiveness. I am not going into the details really. Okay. 15. PDCA, plan, do, check, act. It's called as a Deming wheel. 16. Poka-yoke, design error detection and prevention into production process with a goal of achieving 0 defects. 17. Root cause analysis, Ishikawa's fishbone diagram, a problem-solving methodology that focuses on resolving the underlying problem instead of applying quick fixes that only treat immediate symptoms of the problem. 18. Single minute exchange of dies, SMED, shortly. Reduce setup or changeover time not only in press shops but in all operations when the same equipment is used for multiple products to less than 10 minutes. 19. 6 big losses, breakdowns, setup or adjustments, small stops, reduced speeds, startup rejects, production rejects. 20. SMART, S-M-A-R-T goals. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for relevant, and T for time specific. 21. Standardized work. Documented procedures for manufacturing that capture the best practices. Standard operating procedures, shortly SOPs, for all activities. 12. Takt time. Takt, I said, is a German term for pace or beat, pulse. The pace of production that aligns production with consumer demand, calculated as planned production time per customer or customer demand. That is per unit. 23. Total productive maintenance, TPM, shortly. A holistic approach. Nowadays they use the term holistic. Okay, a holistic approach to maintenance that focuses on proactive and preventive maintenance to maximize the operational time of equipment, almost 0 breakdowns. 24. Value stream mapping, a tool to visually map the flow of production shows the current and future state of process in a way that highlights opportunities for improvement. 25. Visual factory. Visual indicators, displays and controls used throughout the manufacturing plants to improve communication of information. Many of the ideas embodied in lean manufacturing date back to Frederick Winslow Taylor, known as the father of scientific management. Most of the contemporary ideas are based on the work of Dr. William E. Deming, one of the quality gurus, and Dr. Shigeo Shindo. The principles of lean manufacturing are directions, not destinations. Of course, to attain more revenue, that's the basic objective of any organization. Those who dictate perfection or destruction create vastly more destruction than perfection. The identification and elimination of waste from the value stream is a central theme of lean manufacturing philosophy. Look for small improvements, that's what I meant. before. Okay, effectiveness is the result of integration of M's. So many words that start with the letter M: man, method, material, and machine at the work site. 7 types of waste are overproduction, wait time, transportation, processing and inventory, and motion. Processing, so 5 inventory, 6th one motion, 7th one defects. Let me repeat, the 7 types of waste are overproduction, wait time, transportation, processing, inventory, motion, defects. Value stream mapping, as I mentioned before, is a basic planning tool for identifying waste, designing solutions, and communicating lean concepts. Quality at the source is a quality philosophy that places the responsibility for meeting customer specifications and standards at the point of manufacturing. Batch size reduction or one-piece flow is a manufacturing approach that emphasizes the reduction in process batch sizes by eliminating the system constraints requiring large batches. Nowadays, the focus is on customer happiness, not satisfaction. The days of large volume production is gone, making standardized products. Okay, hence production need to be customized. And this is facilitated through cellular or modular manufacturing or group technology, in which equipment and workstations are arranged in a bounded area for effective small lot continuous flow production. Do not brag about your lightning pace, for slow and steady wins a race. Aesop's Fables, 550 BC. I presume that all of you remember the hare and the tortoise story. Production leveling, smoothing are strategies for redistributing production volume and mix over time in order to minimize extremes. Point of view systems is a manufacturing strategy for positioning required resources at the site of production. The 9 principles of lean manufacturing are summarized. 1 is continuous flow, 2 lean machines or simplicity, 3 workplace organization, 4 parts presentation, 5 reconfigurability, 6 product quality, 7 maintainability, 8 ease of access, 9 ergonomics or man-machine systems. 5 whys is a widely used tool to identify root cause of a problem. Quite simply, it requires participants to continuously ask why questions, typically 5 or fewer times. That's why it's called 5 whys, to peel back the layers. Kids normally do this. It's very tough to satisfy their curiosity. This questioning allows the teams to diagnose problems without any statistical analysis and often identifies multiple root causes and the relationships between them. Recognize that there is no one path in lean manufacturing. Each and every company is unique, exotic in some way or other. Hence, management needs to be judgmental to determine where the low-hanging fruits are. The techniques selected for application and the methods used to implement them must reflect the business realities of the company. In the long run, the results achieved depend on the home team's knowledge. Success of implementation of lean manufacturing hinges on teamwork and broad-based education plan. Team manufacturing is a long journey. Don't be too impatient to reap the benefits in the short run. Everybody should be willing to embrace the changes deemed necessary for the ultimate success of the organization in the long run. There is a saying, change is the only constant in real life. So good luck and happy journey. Always keep on high for opportunities for improvement. High on opportunities for improvement. One South Korean business guy said, all roads are paved with gold. He had written a book also. Rest in peace and harmony. Will meet real soon.